All right, today we're going to talk about the parts of an earthquake. So when we have movement at a fault boundary, and we talked about faults before, so here's our fault. Whenever there's motion, it can cause shaking in the earth. And well, of course it does, right? If you move anything, if I move my computer, it's going to shake the image. If I move my camera, it's shaking the image. So any kind of movement, it's going to have some shaking outward. And we want to look at what's actually going on. So the focus, or where we're focusing our attention first, is going to be the point where the actual motion occurs. So generally, we aren't 100 kilometers below the surface. So we're not going to see that point. We're gonna actually study it based on how those waves move away from that point. So now we've got our movement occurring down below the surface. It's going to send the waves outward in all directions. Directly above the focus is the epicenter. That's the center of damage. This is the part that we actually feel. We can see the epicenter on the surface of the earth, and it would be the center of all the damage. Everything would get worse as you get closer to the epicenter, and there'd be less damage as you move away from the epicenter. So that means the intensity is highest at the epicenter and decreases as you move away. So the other thing you want to keep in mind is that these waves are going to travel through the earth. We may not feel them thousands of miles away, but if you had a seismometer, which is a machine that records earthquake waves, you could actually feel those waves or detect those waves all over the earth. So the waves come through the earth. So if this was my earthquake epicenter at the North Pole, the